Hey folks, Chef Jesse here on a rainy Saturday evening. How's everybody doing today? Well, anyway, folks, what I'm going to do is today, what I've been cooking is some ribs, some barbecue ribs, and we're gonna have some little bit corn on the cob, and we're gonna have some cornbread. Now, that's my main focus here. Now, everybody's seen this. This has been around forever. I think this is. I mean, I've seen this since I was a kid. I've seen it. It's been around forever. It probably came on the Santa Maria with Christopher Columbus. I don't know, but anyway, it's nasty. It's nasty. If you cook this out of the box, if you follow the instructions, you're gonna get cornbread, but you're gonna get a dry cornbread, and it's gonna be nasty. And you want a homemade kind of cornbread like you buy in the stores and everything. Well, I am about to show you how to get that, how to achieve that cornbread that you want. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do a cornbread hack. Okay, so please listen to the instructions. Okay, so we got 2 boxes instead of 1 box. We're gonna use 3 boxes. Okay, now let me get my other ingredient. Okay, this is gonna be very simple, very simple, very simple. Let me just think of something. Okay. Very simple. Very simple, very simple. Okay, so let me show you. So I got a bowl here. I got my 2 boxes of Jiffy Lube, Jiffy cornbread. I'm thinking about my car. Jiffy cornbread, okay? 2 boxes. I'm gonna open them up. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put it in a bowl, okay? There goes Guido. Every time he hears something, he thinks it's for him. Okay. And don't listen to the instructions on the box. Please don't. Listen to these instructions. Okay? So, bypass the instructions on the box. Make yourself 2 nice boxes, okay? Oops. 2 boxes. Okay. There we go. And this has a couple lumps. So what you want to do is you want to break up those lumps. Okay, here we go. So break out those lumps. Okay, just break up those lumps as best as you can. Okay. Now you can bake this in a baking dish, in a pan. I'm gonna bake it real nice in a cast iron skillet. Now, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, then do it in a pan. But in a pan or in a baking dish, but it's gonna look better. I mean, it's gonna look better. It's gonna have the feeling, the aesthetics, real nice. Okay, so the cornbread is mostly broken up. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna set this to the side. Okay, and we're gonna go get our cast iron skillet right now. Give me a minute. Okay, my good old cast iron skillet. Okay, we're gonna put 7 teaspoons of butter in here, and we're gonna melt the butter. Okay, 7 teaspoons of butter. So a whole stick is 8 teaspoons. We're gonna let this melt slowly. I'm gonna turn on the flame just a little bit, just to make it. We're gonna let that melt, okay? While we're doing that, we got our mix here, okay? And we're gonna get in this mix here. We're gonna put 3 teaspoons, if you want, of sugar. Cornbread is already sweet. If you want sugar, I'm gonna put in 4 teaspoons of sugar. Okay, there goes the 4 teaspoons of sugar. Okay, I'm just gonna mix this around. Okay. Mix it around. Okay. Now, we're gonna set this to the side, okay? That's my dry material. Now we're gonna get the wet. We're gonna get 3 eggs. Are you listening to me? Please listen to me. 3 eggs, okay. Gonna beat the eggs outside in case you get any cracked shells or anything. So we're gonna crack them easily here out here. Okay. Just in case you get any shells in there, you don't want no shells. Okay, they're good. 3 eggs. Remember, 3 large eggs. Put that in the garbage. Clean it. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna whisk. We're gonna whisk. We're gonna whisk the eggs. Okay. Give it a quick whisk. Okay, here you go. Lua. So I'm whisking the eggs, okay? Okay. Clean that out. Okay. Are you with me so far? So I got the dry material, I got the cornbread mix, and the sugar, and this is the wet material. My butter is melting slowly, okay? Make sure you don't burn the butter, just want to melt it. Okay. Now we're gonna add to this some buttermilk. Okay? So let's get our measuring cup. And then we're gonna add 1 1/4 ounces of buttermilk. Okay, so this is your buttermilk. You can find it in the supermarket. Okay. And if you don't, I think you can mix milk with vinegar, and that will give you. Okay, this milk is it's kind of hard. Let's get this going. Let's shake this around. Okay. There we go. You gotta shake it around. Okay. Ooh, thunder again. 1 1/4. Okay, it went over a little bit. Let's pour it in here. Let's pour it back in. 1 1/4. Let's pour a little bit in. Okay, 1 1/4. There we go. A little bit more. 1 1/4. There you go. Exactly 1 1/4. This milk will probably get tossed away because I don't have any use for it. Okay, so that's your wet material. Let me. Where's my fork? It's going. It's going away. It's going away. It's going away. No, it's not. I got it. I got it. Okay, clean that fork. Okay, just clean that fork. Let's mix up this milk a little bit. Because this milk, it's thick. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's start. Let's speed up the melting process here. This butter, okay. And this is good because now you're greasing up the sides of the pan, which is good. So the cornbread doesn't stick. Okay. Let's make this spin this around. Okay, now let's put the my wet ingredients to the side here. Okay. Now I'm just gonna do a just gonna do a little well in the middle so I can put all my wet ingredients. Okay. Oh, it's starting to rain again. Oh yeah, it's coming down. It's pouring. Anyway, let me put my wet ingredients. Let me put this to the side. I don't have much room in this kitchen, so you gotta bear with me. My buttermilk and my egg. Okay. Whisk this around. Okay. Whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk. Okay. Let me spin it. You can use a mixer, a hand mixer, in which I have one, but right now I don't think I need one. Okay. 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 Now, I'm going to add some honey to this. I'm going to add about, I put sugar in already, but I want that honey flavor. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons honey. I got one so far. Okay, we got one in there. And we're gonna add another one. Okay. So about 2 teaspoons if you want. You don't have to leave it, you can leave it out. Okay. Got a little bit more than what I wanted, but I like the sweet honey taste in there. Okay. Okay. So let's whisk that around. So this is the wet ingredients, and I got my wet ingredients in there. Okay. Which is my cornbread mix. Okay. So here we go. My dry ingredients and my wet ingredients. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. And I'm gonna add my butter. Okay. My 7 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna leave some in the pan, so that the cornbread doesn't stick to it. Okay. And slowly I'm gonna start mixing this up. Okay. I'm using a fork. Again, you can use a mixer. Just make sure that you get every part of it so you don't have these dry lumps. Okay, and get the sides. Make sure you get the sides. And mix it up, mix it, and mix and mix. So you mix it up, make sure you get the sides so you don't have any dry pockets of dry cornmeal. Okay, and again, you can use a beater, a hand mixer. But I don't think I need one right now. Okay. Okay, let's get that and let's get the whisk. The whisk. Okay, there you go. Get the whisk in the bottom there. Get all those pieces. Whisk and whisk and whisk away. This is going into the oven, okay? This is going into the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes. Okay? Now we're gonna pour it into the pan here. Again, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, you can use a regular pan. But the cast iron skillet makes it look and taste so good. I mean, yeah, it just okay. Now pour it in there. Oh yeah. Get everything in there. Get all that mix. Okay, spread it out. Okay. This is delicious. I'm telling you, this is gonna be delicious. Spread it out. Folks, and this is gonna be in part 2. The end result is gonna be in part 2. I'm gonna put this in the oven right now. Shake it around, make sure I don't have any bubbles or anything like that. 350 for 40 minutes. But take it out because if, check it out. What I do, I take a toothpick and I put it in the middle, and if the toothpick comes out nice and clean, then it's done. So let me set my oven to 350. The oven has already been preheated because I was cooking my ribs, so the oven is already warm. I'm gonna stick it in there. I'm not gonna cover it up on it. I'm just gonna ram it into the oven. Set my timer for 45 minutes, but at 40, I'm gonna check it. And I'm gonna check it twice, make sure, okay? So, that's it. Now I gotta wash the dishes. Now stay tuned. Oh, look at those ribs, folks. Look at those ribs. Now I'm gonna put them in the broiler. I'm gonna put a little bit more barbecue sauce. And then I'm gonna put it in the broiler, and I'm gonna let it nice charred up. Well, folks, everything's almost done. Actually, my ribs are done, and I'm just waiting on my cornbread. I like to eat the cornbread freshly out of the oven when it's nice and hot and moist. And actually, it's got about 20 more minutes to go. So stay tuned because in 20 minutes you're gonna see this cornbread how it looks. Hey, folks, so we are almost done. We're about maybe 10 to 15 minutes out, and the food, The ribs are looking good. Everything's looking good. What I have here is that tablespoon of butter. If you remember, that tablespoon of butter that I had. I'm gonna add some. Let me see. This is kind of a little bit hot. That tablespoon of butter, I have it in here. Remember, I use only 7 tablespoons. So 1 tablespoon is in here. I'm gonna add some honey to it. Create a honey butter, honey butter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna smear it on top and brush it on top and give it a nice flavor. Oh, so stay tuned, will you? So folks, I just checked out my cornbread. I think it's done. What I did, I took a toothpick and put a toothpick in the middle, and if it comes out nice and clean, then it's done. So I poked a couple holes in there, and it looks like it's done. But I'm gonna give it about another 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna get it out and let it cool down. Because if you start to cut it when it's hot, it falls apart. So I'm gonna let it cool down. Then before it cools down, I'm gonna put some honey butter on top of it. Smear some honey butter on top of it so it can soak into the cornbread. Oh my God, my roll. And then I'm gonna take my ribs and I'm gonna throw it into the broiler part of the oven so I can get that charred look. So stay tuned because this is gonna be good. Okay, folks. So now there goes my cornbread. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Now you got to take it out, let it cool down. If you like the edges with a crust, you can leave it there for a couple more minutes. You'll get a nice crust. But this crust looks good, and it's like I said, the butter in there really makes it come up. You slide it across. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, okay, so it should. If I pop this upside down, it probably would come right out. So anyway, I got some butter. And I can't find my brush. But I'm gonna have some butter, honey butter here, and I'm just gonna mix it up in there. Okay, just let me pour some on top here.
And this feels a lot more fractured and kind of individual in a lot of ways. And it's like, you know,
oh man, look at that.
Nick on his own, Charlie.
It's gonna soak into the bread,
I think
into the cornbread.
Weird at times. You know, we've gotten so used to,
Yep.
you know, being all together.
Do you feel like these messy moments sort of make it more real and make the characters?
Look at that nice shine. Oh, look at that nice shine.
More grown up as they've aged through the series.
Definitely, I think that
Folks, and there you got it. So remember, if you want nice cornbread, nice tasting cornbread, you have to do the hack. Because if you take it and you cook it out of the box, like I used to, it's gonna taste like nothing, for lack of a better term. Okay, so let me check my ribs. Folks, look how those ribs look. Oh my God, they look delicious. And they're gonna be falling off the bone. I'm telling you, they look like they're gonna fall off the bone. And I will tell you if they're gonna fall off the bone. Let's see. Let them cool down a bit. And then we're gonna get, let me get this cutter here. Okay. Let's put this plate over here. Let's put this on the side here. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. And then we are going to bring this out. And we're going to cut this. And I'm telling you, it's going to fall off the bone. It's going to fall off the bone. I'm telling you, these ribs. Oh, look at that slab. Okay. Now let's see how we're going to cut this up. Oh, let's see how we're going to cut this up here. Okay, so we're going to look at this. Look at that. The bone is falling off already. Look at that. Look at the bone. Look at the bone. I'm not doing anything. It's just falling apart. Okay, I'm hitting the bone there. But look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I just gotta find the bone and then I'm gonna cut right there. Look at that. It just comes right off. Comes right off, folks. I'm hitting the bone. Let's get this over here. Here we go. Look at this. So it's coming right off the bone. I'm telling you. I gotta get it between the bone here, and then you'll see. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. It just comes right off. Right off. This thing is not doing help me. Okay, let's get a fork. Let's get a regular fork. Of course, I don't have a regular fork. We'll just use this. Just gotta find the middle of where the bone is, and then there you go. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that piece that just came off right off. Okay. And look at this. Look at that. Look at that bone. Look at that rib. Oh man. Look at that. Comes right off. Right off. Right off. Here we go. It's coming right off. There you go, folks. Right off. And there we go. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, folks, look at this. Look at this bone that came off. Look at this. It just came right off. So, these. Okay. So, we're going to go to the table. And we have this, the ribs, and we have some little miniature corn on the cob that I had just left over and I wanted to use it up. So, we have 2 little corn on the cobs. We got this and we have the cornbread. And meet me at the table because this looks good and it looks just delicious. Meet me at the table. Come on. So folks, over here I'm at the table and I'm going to show you quickly. I did some barbecue ribs. Okay, I put them in the oven. I cooked them at about 325 degrees and then I raised it up to about 450 and then I lowered it down. That's the trick, to get them nice and cooked and falling off the bone. I have some little mini corn on the cobs that I had. Actually, it was 1 cob and I cut it in half. And you know, the stuff for this, we got to free up space in the freezer for fresh stuff. So I used that. I made that up, and then we have the cornbread. And I did a video basically all on the cornbread. And I got to show you when we cut this cornbread, and when we taste it, I got to show you how it tastes. But I'm going to show you how it looks. So again, if you don't have a pan, a cast iron skillet like this one, which is great looking, the aesthetics and everything, it just fits it. You could use a regular pan, you know, a baking dish would be great. But if not, this cast iron is, I mean, it's great. It's traditional. It's like you go into the old town and they serve you this on a cast iron skillet. It's wonderful. And the table looks like this. And there goes that cornbread again. I can't get away from that cornbread. So